Well, I think before talking about next year, we should discuss the statistics for 2012. And the statistics are actually very impressive. In terms of budget deficit, we are at 2.3%, which is a historically low percentage for Mauritius. We have achieved growth of above 3%, which is low for Mauritius, but compared to a number of international countries, it's a reasonable growth rate. So a low deficit in our budget, reasonable growth, and also inflation has been limited at 4%. So from a macroeconomic point of view, I think Mauritius is doing well. Now looking to next year, the issue will be around inflation. The minister has shared his projections, and we see 2013 as being also a year where our deficit will be low at slightly more than 2% of GDP, where growth is expected to be at 4%, so slightly better than this year. But the issue about next year is going to be in our rate of inflation. Inflation is expected to increase from 4% to 6%. So inflation creeping up is the real issue. And of course, when inflation starts creeping up, then we should expect monetary measures, meaning the central bank should increase our repo rate. And clearly, if we see an increase in the repo rate, that could be a concern for businesses and for households in Mauritius. Now, the minister has hinted this morning that that 6% could be on the high side. It's a projection, clearly. So hopefully it's going to be closer to the 4% of this year rather than 6% as communicated in the budget. Mauritius has got, is it 19 or 20 double taxation treaties with African countries? And we see a lot of investors from the US, from Europe, from Australia, from the Far East, using Mauritius as an investment base before going into Africa. So this is a reality. From a practical point of view, we have heard that the minister or the government of Mauritius is removing visa restrictions for about 29 African countries. Now that is very important. If you want people to use Mauritius as a gateway into Africa, then they must be welcome here. So welcoming Africans to Mauritius is a step in the right direction. So it is a small measure, it is a non-financial measure, but it is symbolic and it is very important. So that will happen soon. So yeah, we do see trade flows, we do see investors incorporating subsidiaries in Mauritius, and we do see people using the double taxation treaties, and hopefully soon we'll see more Africans coming to Mauritius to structure their investments into the continent. We support our clients in very direct ways. Whenever a client wants to invest into Africa, we will plan for the structure. We will plan from a tax point of view. We will also liaise with our correspondent firms on the mainland to introduce that client to PwC in country. So whenever they are traveling, be it to Mozambique, to Senegal, or to Côte d'Ivoire, they already have a contact. They already have a contact point in those countries through our network. So it's in a very real way helping them structure in Mauritius, helping them incorporate in Mauritius, and also planning for local contacts wherever these may be required.